Hi everyone, welcome back to my show, The Awareness Hub. As I've told in this podcast, we are going to talk a lot about content creation, freelancing, how to get into social media content, and literally about everything. And especially, we're going to focus more on Web3, AI, how Web3 is going to change the creative industry, how AI is going to take over a lot of jobs and stuff like that by bringing in a lot of high professional people who has a lot of very good knowledge in the air field. So in this episode, we have Sachin Yadav with us. He's a very good freelancer. He's been working in social media space for more than 5-6 years now. He's been doing a full-time job, and apart from that, he has been doing a lot of freelancing gigs. Currently, he left his job and he started his own agency, which is doing really great. So I'm so happy to bring him to our show and extract as much knowledge as possible and give it to you people. So let me just bring him to our show. So first of all, thank you so much for accepting my invitation and being on my show. It's my pleasure to have you here. It's my pleasure to have you here. So before I'll just tell you a little bit about yourself as well as I have known you. When I started my journey on LinkedIn, you were like my early connections. I was able to make with you, and you helped me a lot in my early journey. I mean, like you taught me like few basic things about like social media, how to get into this content creation space. Like you were that early people whom I got connected. And I've been looking at you from that time very since. I think it's been more than like 6-7 months now. I think it's more than a year. I wouldn't say like 6 7 months. I think it's more than a year
it's
now.
more than a year.
Yeah. At that point of time, you've been into this full-time job actually. As you told, like you've been into full-time job. And maybe I think after that, you have shifted your job also. And you did a lot of stuff.
Right.
Yeah. And after this, like slowly, parallelly, you were doing good in freelancing as well. Like, into content creation, and you were doing freelancing. Fast forward today, you have just told me surprisingly that, you started your own agency. I mean, it was like, mind blowing for me because like suddenly I didn't even know that. I was not like much updated about this. Like I thought like, okay, you're doing freelancing and you're into your full-time job. Like suddenly the other day you just called me and you told that I've left my job and you have done, you're doing a full-time freelancing and moreover you started on your agency. Like it was like kind of, different for me because like suddenly you told me. So, can you just tell a little bit about yourself and like how did your journey start? Especially, how did you end up in social media? So that's the main.
Okay, cool. So hi, my name is Sachin, and right now I own an agency that Yacht Media. But this story started back more than 3 years actually, when I was like into. I was preparing for government job actually. Then suddenly I decided that at the back end I was not feeling good about myself that I was preparing for government job because I inside me I was knowing about that this is not going to happen for me if I give my whole life. So I switched. I told to my family that I don't want to do. Yes, obvious there were so many hustles between me and my family, but
Obviously.
I was on my stand.
Okay.
So I said no. So no. There is a quotation. There is a line that we use for the girls. No means no. So the same thing was for me actually. No means no. Whatever
Okay.
you are going to do, say, or you are going to throw me out, my no is going to stay forever. So that I took a stand and I said I'm going to do digital marketing. I enrolled in a course. Yes, it took 8 months somewhere, 8 to 10 months somewhere, and I learned the basic of the digital marketing from there. And after that learning, I got an internship. I worked there. Then after 1 month, there was a pandemic actually hit for everybody. So after pandemic, I came back to that same job and worked around 2 years there in that company. And I learned about content creation. I learned about social media management. Learned about basics of the graphics, and all also learn about the Facebook ads, basic of the Facebook ads. So and the journey in that 2 years with that company was very superb. Like I was growing very fast in that company. Like every 3 to 6 months, I was growing with my salary, that paycheck, and
Okay.
also I was growing with the position also.
Yeah. So
So yes, that was very quick.
I just want to interrupt you here, and sorry for interrupting, but I just wanted to ask you this question here. Since you told that you are doing good in your job, in your first job, like you are growing like so rapidly, what do you think is the main reason? Is it because of the company's culture, or like is it because the company was a small organization, or like what was the main reason that helped you to grow as fast as possible?
Yeah, I would say that also I would include the company culture, because also organization was very limited. Like there were only
Okay.
8 to 10 people around there,
Mm-hmm.
and so that I got more exposure with the company, because when you have limited person or limited liabilities, you get more exposure, because you get a lot of things to try, test and try, right? Like if you are in a big company and you got a position and you have to perform only that,
Mm-hmm.
but if you are in a small company and you have to try and test everything, right?
True.
Like you have to
True.
try content writing. Maybe you can write content writing. Maybe you can do social media management, ads. So yes, so when you're in a a smaller space, you have a lot of things to try. So I was writing content, though I was a social media marketer. I had no knowledge about content writing. So I was writing content, ad copies, caption, and client collaboration, like talking to the client direct to that, and everything management, their performance, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and growing their social media presence. So all of were at the same place. And I also say myself, I'm a quick learner in the sense of where comes to smart work.
Well,
But
okay.
where it comes to just cramming the things, I'm a dumbest person. Like in a college or in a school, what we do, we like there is a question and there is an answer, you have to remember it, right? Like you have to mug it in the side,
True.
and then you omit in the front of teacher and
On the text.
everybody, so that you can feel you are the smartest person in the class. So I was
Yes.
also not good, but yes, when it comes to understanding, when it comes to being smart, when it comes to extracurricular activities, I'm the smart. I'm good at that. So that was the good, and my English was good. My math was a bit good. So I was learning. I'm doing good in practical actually. I would
Okay.
say my practical is good. So
Like hands
in the
on.
job, everything was yes. In the job, there was everything practical, that you have to write content, you have to do everything. It's showing you the result directly in front of you. So that was the reason. And my senior was very good person. He told me
Mm-hmm.
and showed me the way how he is doing. So I followed that way, and now by following that way, I became my own self.
Okay.
That's the good point.
So that was like a
That
starting
was
point for you,
something.
a kind of starting point that's
Hmm.
guiding which you've got.
Yes, that was because of my senior actually. He gave me everything that he had. And I was also very passionate to learn and to implement from him.
Mm-hmm.
So that was something make me very exciting person and make me within a 2 3.5 year where I am today.
Okay. So
So yes,
yes, I mean,
when it comes to
it's,
learning, I'm always here.
so I mean, like it's kind of fascinating because you told that it's like completely, like two different things, right? Like you told you've been into this social, I mean, not social media, government job preparation, but like right from that, you just totally shifted to this social media. But like you told, like okay, you told that you wanted to get into social media. Like, how did you know that there's like a lot of power in social media that you want to like, make a career in it? Like, were you I mean, like, were you given advice by some people who are already in social media, or like, did you figure it out yourself? Like, how did you get into this specific field, not any other field?
Okay, got it. So actually, when I was preparing for the job, so back then I was knowing inside myself, along with I'm not going to do it for the long period of time, because I was seeing people in front of me. They were 32, 35, and still preparing for the government job.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, is this the life that I want? Right?
Okay.
And at the age of 30, 32, 35, you are you are living on your parents' money,
Yes,
right?
that's true.
So
That's
that
true.
was making me insecure about my life, and also waking me every day that this is not something I want. Age of 32, I want to be on my everybody plans to retire at the age of 32, 35, 30, 40, right? But as the 35, 40, I'm going to have a job. Where is my life? Where is my fun? So that is what, and then what I was doing when I decided to leave this government job. Actually, this doesn't happen in a day, but one day, without telling anybody what
Mm-hmm.
I did, I just researched on the Google. Simply, I
Okay.
said, "What is the smartest thing to do and earn money?"
Mm. Wow.
Smart
Quote
job
and
or smart career.
quote unquote.
Yes.
What is smartest thing to do
So
now?
there, I had to actually watched a video before, like looking for that. So there was telling that if you want to do anything, you list down what you want to do and figure out which one you can best, right? So I googled, I YouTube, and found out that these are the 10 ways to make money. First was digital marketing. Second was event management,
Mm-hmm.
interior designer, and also there was some more like mobile repairing, because mobile industry is growing very
True.
fast,
Like
right?
this is the world we are living in right now.
Yes. So that made me feel these were the like list I had made from Google and YouTube. So I thought, if I say mobile, I'm going to be insecure because family is going to like, this is not something. And I looked around people what they are doing in the mobile industry. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought they are making money, but at the time they are not getting that value.
Okay.
If I say you, near you, who repairs a mobile, his not say respect or something, but I want to contextualize it. Uh, he's not that passionate about his work, right? Just he's doing money or anything, and also the respect in his family or in his around is that not much, right?
Yeah, okay.
So yes, that is or something. So I got this idea. Then I had interior designing and event management. Also, sorry, there was a graphic designing also.
Yeah, okay.
So I looked on again Google. So best entry courses near me, interior designer or graphic designer or digital marketing. So I found an institute in Allahabad. Actually, I was
Mm-hmm.
in Pragraj. That is now
Okay.
Pragraj. I found that institute and I visited with my girlfriend actually.
Oh,
So,
great story.
so yes, I went there and I saw that they just gave me a good idea about digital marketing and everything. Yeah, obvious there was not going inside a lot in me, and also by the side. And after coming back, I again take the help of YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and where I saw a video. I don't remember that video and that person right now, but I saw a video. I actually was looking the how I can make money on with digital marketing. What is the power of digital marketing? This and that. So I got a video, and in that video, a person there was a person actually who was taking personal helicopter, and he shared that this I did just because of digital marketing I took in that year,
Wow.
and this could have been possible. So that gave me an energy to jump into digital marketing, though I had no idea about what and how digital marketing going to impact my life and career. So basis of that, I gave a comment on that video.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, just watching a video, I'm going to take decision. I'm going to make my career in digital marketing.
Wow.
So I commented on that video. So after that, I enrolled into digital marketing course, and it
Mm-hmm.
took 8 months. Yes, but I would say there was also a very interesting part in my academy, actually, institute
Okay.
where I was learning digital marketing.
Yeah. Well, that's
When
clear.
I was leaving, actually, that institute, everybody was leaving that institute at the end of that course that everybody going to buy. During that period, the teacher who was teaching me and the management they were managing, they were saying, Sachin, don't do social media marketing. Don't go into social media marketing. Switch to SEO
Oh,
because
I was
you
like,
can't do it.
for a moment, I was like, oh, I mean, like, their course and their institution is like completely into social media, but then how come they're telling they don't get into social media?
No, actually, they were fully digital marketing institute. Actually, so they had
Okay.
social media, they had SEO both. But looking on me, I don't know what they were feeling about me, but they were saying, Sachin, social media is not for you. You can switch to SEO. You're
Okay.
not made for social media marketing and everything. People going to suppress you and everything, this and that, blah blah blah, everything. So, but I don't know when I think this is good or bad for me. I don't know, but every time it made me a stronger person, and every time made me prove that I'm the good. I'm a
Uh,
whatever I do the best. That is, if you say no to me, right? I don't know what you have in your mind or everything, but inside me, I think this is right.
okay.
That person is saying not right, but I what I feel is right. I'll do it.
Makes sense.
So every time when I was leaving digital, I was leaving government job and
Mm-hmm.
switching to digital marketing. Everybody, even in my family, in my society, in my actually relatives, all were saying, "Don't do this," and all were kind of like, this person can do never in life anything in ever in life.
Oh,
So, but I was inside knowing I'll do it,
I mean,
I'll do something in life.
it's your gut feeling, that inner
Guts,
confident. Yeah.
yes. If you say, I said, if you say no to me, but
Mm-hmm.
I know that is yes inside, and my gut is saying, Sachin, whatever you're doing the best. This time may not be see that possibility, and I'm also not seeing that possibility that might be right, but I know this will work, and 99% times it worked for me, and I made it.
I mean, yeah,
Every time.
it's not that it has worked somewhere like out of thin air, and it's like you have made it.
Because I always followed my gut, always followed what inner side is saying.
Mm-mm.
When my whole family, I have around 40 to 50 family, joint family,
Mm-mm.
people in my family member,
Okay.
everybody, and no one is talking to me actually. I was that kind of, I would say,
I mean, not
face
like,
on my family,
yeah,
that
much socializing. Like,
impression
mm-mm.
on my family that
Mm-mm.
if I sit beside somebody and they will give me gyan, right? Sachin, what are we doing? What are we doing? Don't do this. Don't do this. You can do it. This, that, blah, 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 blah. But yes, after that, listening and went away from them. And at the time happened, people were not sitting beside me actually. And people were not behaving right way. Just because I quit I switched to digital marketing. I quit government job,
Mm-mm.
and there were some more things that I did. Actually, I'm a more aggressive person when it comes to anything. So, looking that nobody was talking to me, and if they were talking to me, and their behavior was not good.
Got it. Makes
But
sense.
when I went back to my family actually this month, actually
Mm-hmm.
around that's after a week I was in my hometown,
Mm-hmm.
and now Sachin is different. Sachin,
Oh, so now everybody are kind of like praising you that
every
yes, he has made it.
everyone was saying that yeah, Sachin had done something in his life. I
Got it.
said I knew I will do it. Well, only I needed to tell you that I did it.
Got it. Makes sense. So now we are like, we know how did you started and how did you start your own agency and things like that. So next, I wanted to ask you about your personal content creation journey. I mean, you've been into this job. Even while being in the job, you started creating content. So at that point of time, like, how did you know that creating content for yourself, apart from doing for the business, is going to be beneficial for you in the future? Maybe like when you were in the job itself, were you aware of the power of this personal branding and content creation, building a community and all? Like, how did that start?
Okay, this is very interesting actually. When I was doing digital marketing course,
Mm-hmm.
so I got to exposure of digital Pratik actually.
Yeah,
So
great,
he
great.
was very yeah,
Okay,
and
okay.
on that time when I was pursuing digital marketing course, on that time digital Pratik was a very booming in the market actually.
Mm-hmm.
So it was 2019.
Okay,
So in that time, digital Pratik was booming everywhere. It was rise time of the digital Pratik. So I got the
okay.
exposure and I followed him Instagram and I started listening his podcast. And
Mm-hmm.
he, as he is a follower of Gary Vee,
Oh, he's like,
follower or whatever you can say. So
he
with the
says like,
help of
he uses this phrase, Gary Vee is my bop. He says that. I mean, like, he has literally learned everything from him. More than learning, he has like
yes, yes.
executed. He has executed A to Z of looking at Gary Vee,
Hmm,
and
hmm.
that's why he has been to this place. He tells that always.
Right, right. So I got the exposure, and with the help of digital Pratik, I got to know about digital. Gary Vee actually,
Mm-hmm.
and with digital Pratik, looking him and looking his content and everything, I got to understand that content is going to be forever. Content
Okay.
is king because in his podcast he was guiding to their audience and everybody and almost in that period of there I listened all of their podcasts, all of their videos, watched their videos and watched their content on Instagram and YouTube. So from there I got new perspective of digital marketing and content creation. So from there I was even learning, I was creating
Mm-hmm.
content without knowing this is good or this is bad.
Okay.
I had no idea what I was creating actually,
So you
but
just
I
gave
was
it a,
creating.
yeah, you just gave it a shot. You thought, okay, let me see how does it end up, and you just gave it a shot.
Because when you yes when you are into we are learning about any things, you have no idea what is right, what is wrong, right?
True.
So whatever coming in my side, my way, I was thinking this is good, I was putting on that. So after that we had lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
So in lockdown what I did, I went fully on Instagram actually.
Okay.
I went fully on Instagram. I started creating content. I had 2,000 followers somewhere on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
but after lockdown, I left that, and I had a good engagement over there. But as you know, I had no clear about like what. Just it was 2 months. I did the course. I had no idea what I am going to do, and I was not clear with anything. So I came into the back to the job. I left content creation for around 5 to 6 months, but at the back I had something. I was not feeling good. I was like feeling empty kind of thing because I had nothing to do. Like I was doing job. Sorry, I was doing job,
Mm-hmm.
and I was coming the back to my room. I was thinking, what next? I
Okay.
have nothing to do. Then I was getting empty space in my side and surrounding me. So I started creating content on LinkedIn.
Oh.
Again, I back to on Instagram. Did for a few months, left, and the and very interesting part is on being on LinkedIn actually, where I was working. This that sir, the founder, he was creating content on LinkedIn. And he was getting good reach and good impression, good likes and comments actually,
I remember.
like good
Actually,
engagement.
yeah, actually, I remember the story when we were, I mean, earlier we used to have a lot of conversation right over the phone. So that time I remember, like, you were telling the story that how did you get started with LinkedIn?
Yes, yes. So he was creating content. He was showing that Sachin, look, I'm doing that. I'm getting this, that. So inside me was I also can do it.
True, true.
So I started creating content on LinkedIn, and from there I never looked back. It's
Got
around
it.
1.5 years somewhere,
I think that's period end of story. I
but
mean, that literally says us how long you've come. I mean, because
I don't know why he left that.
yeah, I mean,
He
sorry to
left
interrupt.
actually. He left. Sorry, he left the content creation on LinkedIn,
Mhm.
but I don't know why. But I'm still continuing that journey.
Got it. I mean, because many people would have known you. I think so. Like in my connections, most people do know you because you've been creating a lot of content specifically on Facebook ads. I mean, you have shown people like how are you increasing this ROI of a particular e-commerce company. Like, what's your strategies about Facebook? And I've seen like I'm not sure exactly that your time frame that has brought to you for this 7,000 followers, but when I remember, I still remember that you were like around 2.5 to 3,000 followers somewhere at that point of time. And I don't think that was like
Two
a very
two
long
two
back.
k.
Yeah, yeah.
It
It is
was
not even like
somewhere
very long
around
back.
a
And then
year.
yeah, and then suddenly when I look now, it's like around like 7.5k, if I'm not wrong, 7.5k, and your
More
engagement rate
than
also
more
is like
than.
too good. Yeah, I mean your engagement rate also is like too good. Everybody are like kind of truly reading your post completely and they're giving a valuable comments because like I've seen your content and like as I told you like you're my early connection, so I keep following you, your work and everything. So like your engagement rate was like so good. So the thing is, like, you thought, okay, you don't want to step out of this LinkedIn, and you were just kept doing it, right?
Okay, actually, what I believe, I'm not a person who can be consistent for the longest period of time.
Yeah.
I believe. I also believe not everybody can do it if there
Mm-hmm.
is no other reason. You can be actually what I found to be consistent on LinkedIn, that is hiring someone else to manage my extra work,
Yeah.
or you can say delegation part,
Delegation.
right? So I was into job on that time. So
Mm-hmm.
building on LinkedIn, engage following or engage community. You have to engage, then you are going to get engagement back.
Yes.
That is the funda.
Yeah.
Either you are
That's
in
the basics.
LinkedIn, either on
Exactly.
Instagram or
And
Facebook,
yeah.
any social media platform.
Yeah.
So I for the 4 to 5 months I did by myself. I was in the job. I was going outside and commenting on others' posts and my post replies and everything. I was doing whole night. So I and at the end of the day, like after 3 to 4 months, inside me, I was feeling, oh, this is not going to. I'm not getting that energy, that consistency to commenting on everybody's, because that was has become habit kind of. But also that was like, oh, I don't want to do it. So I thought, let's hire somebody. Let's have somebody who can make engagement behalf of me, so that I can focus on my content creation, on my personal branding,
Mm-hmm.
and so that I can leave this part, like engagement part, to others, so my community can be engaged.
Makes sense.
So yes, and also, so I have a person who manage engagement part actually, and also growth part. But yes, if you talk about me, I know I cannot do it. Very frank, because you can take everybody's example, and either it is Bafo Synthesis, he's not managing his LinkedIn profile by his own,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because
True.
he has some job, some works to do to complete it,
Exactly.
right? When you're into college, when you're free, right, you can do by your own self. But when you have some task, some work, some job to do, you cannot make consistency on LinkedIn or Instagram, any platform. You have
So true.
to hire somebody, you have to bring somebody into this, right? So the same thing I did. I by step, I was realizing myself
Mm-hmm.
how I can go forward, what step it going to require.
Mm-hmm.
So I had good number of engagement. I bring some people who was managing engagement and everything, and that's where I got consistency. right? Why I was not managing? Because I have a client. I was into job, and by side I had some client to manage. Still I have a client to manage, right? So if I'm giving and work my like time to my client, when I'm going to engage, when I'm going to create content, right? So that's why you need somebody.
Makes
If you
sense.
can do by yourself, do it. So I got some money and I put into my personal branding. So that is how I build, and I recommend the same everything.
Mm-hmm.
Do by your side. Once you feel you cannot do, hire somebody.
Okay.
That's it.
It's not
To do
like
it.
self. You can do it like always alone. Like you need someone to help you out in this. But especially like when we are in
Right.
job and
But
doing something else.
content part, yes, yes, yes. But
Yeah.
content is I'm the only person who is
Yeah.
writing content.
Because it's true. Actually,
Content,
many people even still tell that see, content is something that you're writing from your own experience. So no matter how good of a content writer he or she might be, they cannot bring your tonality. Your tone is like totally different. That's your uniqueness. That shows your authenticity. So obviously, no matter like how busy you are, it's you, like you have to create the content. Only then it shows how much authentic self you are. So that we
right,
have
right.
to
Yeah,
take care.
that's true. That's true. That's true. If nobody can match your vibes, actually,
Exactly.
a niche is only a niche on the earth,
True. So
and
true.
Sachin is only Sachin on the earth. Name can be on this name can be different people,
Different people.
but we are the only people.
Yes. So true. Yeah.
So it is very hard to match your vibes,
Mm-hmm. Got it.
but it is. And yesterday I was listening a Gary Vee podcast. So
Mm-hmm.
he told that personal branding cannot be outsourced.
Well said. Totally agree.
So he said, even right today,
Mm-hmm.
I am the person who is writing captions on Instagram.
I mean, I can even give an example. Even Gary Vee, he always says that, right? All this commenting part and all this caption is being written by Gary Vee. Like, he literally writes that. I mean, we know, like, how much big company is running. He can, like, hire anyone to do anything. But he says that even till today, all this engagement and this caption part is, he's the one who's doing it and sending it to the team. So the team is the one who
Right,
does the
right,
post production, but he's the one who's doing the core work.
right, right. So he told very clear that I was very like, wow, what is a line? Like personal branding cannot be outsourced. Company work can be outsourced, client work can be outsourced, but
But yeah.
it's you, man.
Mm-mm.
You cannot outsource yourself
So true.
because you only know the journey you have gone through. How you can know what is going inside me? Even if I tell you, I will tell you half of the story.
Makes sense.
So only you know what you are going inside.
Got it.
W-
So next, coming back to your professional, like, I mean, you started with all the social media. You've been into LinkedIn, you've been into Instagram, but you have like completely niched down more specifically into Facebook ads. So, like, what was the reason? Do you think, I mean, like, is it your specific interest towards Facebook ads, or like, do you think that was your strength? Like, why did you like niche down into Facebook ads, and like, what are your strategies that you use currently in order to scale your Facebook ads that is giving a very good ROI?
Yes, I would start from the starting for this question actually.
Mm-hmm.
When I was like doing social media marketing, there were a lot of people who were saying me, Sachin, learn Google Ads also, learn SEO. If you want to be in this industry, you have to learn everything.
Mm-hmm.
But as I said you earlier, if that person is saying yes, yes, and I'm saying no, no inside, so that no is forever. I'm not going to change,
Change it.
right?
Exactly.
And from the starting, I had narrowed down myself.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I will not follow every path. I will follow only one path. I will be expert or a specialized person in that area. Rest, I will outsource it if there is need. If I need a Google person, I'll bring Google person, right? If I need SEO, I'll bring SEO person.
SEO person. Yeah. We can
But
always
if I go
outsource it.
into but if I go into learning the SEO thing, this is not going to be possible for me. I may learn, but I don't want to waste my another time.
Got it. Makes sense.
So
And
I
as you
was
told, and another thing is like you don't want to waste your time, like as you told, because digital marketing is a vast field. I mean, like we literally have a lot of stuff into it. So it's not that everybody can do anything, and it's not that everybody are gonna like it. Because you see, I can write content for myself, but I've figured that I've got few clients, and I've worked with many clients for content creation actually. But the content creation is the only skill that I've never studied. I was able to pick up that skill because of the content that I've been creating for myself. But later on, I realized that there's only few type of content that I can write. I cannot write content which is lot into technical stuff. Like I am not that good into breaking down the complex stuff into the simpler ones. So like I realized that, and that's why later on I got like more into this ads and all. So as you said, we can outsource like today. Like it's not that everybody are doing everything. And another thing is like since it's a vast field, it's not going to suit for everybody to do everything.
yes, I would say I would clear this some a little more actually in the content creation. If you see,
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of content creators, but very few have narrowed down themselves. Somebody is only in the medical line
Yeah,
writing content for medical. Somebody is writing for SaaS company,
SaaS.
content
Yeah,
writer for the SaaS, and somebody is into fitness content writer. So they have all in the content writing. That is also a vast field.
exactly.
Which industry you write, it is up to your strength because you have to learn that word, that pitch, that line, that voice in the content. So content writer also have narrowed down themselves. So in the same social media person, I
Mm-hmm.
have narrowed down myself in Facebook and
In
Instagram
Facebook
ads.
and Instagram
Rest I
ads.
also do. I do content writing. I write good content. I write also story based content. I have done it for my client also. But when it comes, but I mostly outsource all of things. I have a content writer who can do. So in every industry there is niche. So yes, in social media marketing, when I was into social media marketing, so I was managing social media accounts for every client and
Mm-hmm.
the also doing lead generation part. But when I switched, and this happened just because of the exposure I got. I had only exposure of social media management and also lead generation. But I switched. I in that job I thought now this is the learning I done with this company.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need to switch. I switched another company and I got a good opportunity, and that was mainly focused in Facebook ads
Okay.
and for performance marketing.
Mm-hmm.
So that was actually IT, but there is a place there is a position was for Facebook ads specialist. I went there. I had not great experience in Facebook ads, but everything I learned there. I learned basics of Facebook ads and how to manage, how to get performance and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I did there 5 to 6 months, and after that, around there, I had good clients to manage. I was getting good client from my LinkedIn profile, so I said no to that company and
Okay.
came to my full-time freelancing. I did
Mm-hmm.
3 to 4 months freelancing,
Mm-hmm.
managing Facebook ads for international clients, and now I have launched my own agency.
So
So
yes.
yes, I'm trying to bring clients to my agency. By the side, also I'm doing freelancing. But yes, I have made a system. By the side I'm making system to bring clients into my agency.
Got it. Makes sense. So I think I've done as of now whatever the things what I want to ask you. I've asked. Maybe I think we can have another session by the time I think, as you said, you're going to build a system to bring in more clients, I'm like so eager to have another session in order to know how are you bringing clients, especially in Facebook ads. I mean, like people are getting started with media buying, that especially in Facebook ads. Like how can they bring in more clients and start scaling up their ads? Like if they're facing any issues, because we've seen like a lot of updates, this iOS and all that. So people are still kind of facing little bit issues in Facebook ads campaign and all. So maybe I think very soon we can have another session specifically talking about Facebook ads and how to get clients.
Sure, definitely. And one more thing, by the side, like I'm going very happy with my personal branding actually. If you see
Got it.
my LinkedIn
Your
profile,
content, exactly.
earlier I used to talk about Facebook ads. Earlier I used to talk about motivation. Still there is motivation. This is going to stay forever. But I was doing this surrounding that life habit, life tips, and this and that, right? But I was not talking about myself, my journey, right? So, but if you see, I'm going very heavy with my personal branding, my life journey, because I want to I want to showcase myself that I have done something, not done something actually. I want to talk about myself,
Right,
my
like,
journey,
it's
so that
like
people can understand what I'm going through.
Exactly, it's like documenting a journey.
Yes, documenting.
Got it.
Yes. That is the exact word that I was looking for.
Yeah, it's okay. So
Yes.
you think this
trying to
personal
document
brand?
everything.
Yeah. So you think your personal branding, this content, this documenting stuff is kind of boosting you to get more exposure, to get more clients. Do you think that's playing a very huge part?
Yes, it made me actually when I was doing content writing. So actually, if you see after 1 month somewhere, like back one month, like in November also, in my post comments, you will get most of the people were commenting like nice post, great, amazing, very good, nice, insightful. But now when I post on my personal branding, people say there will be 2 to 3 lines at least, or a paragraph.
Yeah.
Of
That's
the
what
comment.
that's what even I meant by this engagement rate. Yeah, because like I've looked at few of your content. Sometimes I go like deep into it, and I've seen like many people are giving meaningful comments. So that's what we're trying to tell here. Meaningful comments.
Yes, with the help of personal branding, personal content, I'm getting meaningful comments, and people are like liking it actually.
Got it. So, yeah.
So that is how it is helping me, and I'm loving it actually. And
That's great.
I have a great vision. I have a great vision with taking myself. Now, very soon, I'm trying to go into PR actually for myself.
I think I have a lot of issues with it.
So I will go very happy very soon in the next year. I will go very happy with the PR, with my personal branding.
Got it.
So that I can get more exposure and everything. Like MBA Chawla he did PR, and everybody does PR to get into media and get
Exactly.
into front of people.
To get that exposure.
Right? Mr. Pratik also did PR. Yes, Mr. Pratik also did PR. Everybody does. So the same I'm going to do very soon. Next year, I'm going to do PR so that the more exposure going to in front of me, and I want to build Sachin, and I see myself not an ordinary Sachin. I want to see myself extraordinary Sachin, like a different Sachin actually.
I mean, yeah.
So that
makes sense.
Because I'll tell you one example. In market there are hundreds of biscuits,
Okay.
right? But there is only one Parle-G.
Exactly.
If I say biscuit, you say Parle-G. If I say water, you say Bisleri.
Misleading.
If I say toothpaste, you say Colgate.
Colgate.
Why? Because that is the brand actually. That
It's
is
the
the
power.
impact.
Exactly.
And and that is what I want myself. In market, there are a lot of Sachin. But Sachin is only Sachin. Like this Sachin is one.
And you
I
want
want
to
to
take
stand
that to the next level.
like top.
Yeah,
Yes,
got it.
yes.
Makes sense.
So that is like the brain is now supercharged with personal branding. I'm very motivated inside and I'll do it. And yes, by the over a period of time, I'm doing it.
So we've been talking about your visions, right? Like that you want to get into this PR. I mean, like currently your head is like, I mean, your mind is being filled with this lot of confidence stuff because I think you've done a lot of good work and you've got some very good things for that because you have,
Yes.
got like many clients you're working with. You're doing good in your personal branding and things. So you are like, so heavy on these things. I'm happy for
So
that.
actually, why this happened, and I think I had this thought from somewhere actually, but I don't know, I don't remember, but I think I got from myself or something somewhere. So that is when you create content, either it is on personal branding or it is on some anything, you get clarity. The more content you create, the more clarity you get. Right?
Makes
So
sense.
that is more important. And also that clarity means confidence also. Because you're getting clear with your thoughts. It means you're by the side you're getting confident also. Right? So that I had actually. So by the over period of time I got clear with my thoughts. I got a lot of things inside me to talk about, to say to the people, to society and everything, to my audience. And also by the time, as I told, I'm getting clear, so I'm getting wiser also. I'm thinking about the long term journey. I'm thinking me taking at the next level every day.
Got it.
So I started with Instagram, I switched to LinkedIn, and I also had podcast. Now I'm thinking about PR and everything. I'm trying to bring it at the next level.
Makes
Now
sense.
let's see where journey is going to take me.
Obviously.
Yes, the biggest going to come.
And for me, if you specifically in terms of content creation, like what is the one thing that have helped me a lot is this creativity part and the exposure part. So like once I started creating content, obviously in order to know how to create a good content, we consume a lot of other contents, right? Especially in space of content, we have this Gary Vee, Digital Pratik, and like many people, not only these two but many people. So once we start consuming their content, we get this exposure. We know, okay, there's a lot of stuff going on here, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Actually, if I wouldn't be creating content, I don't think I would be knowing something known as Web3 itself happening. Maybe I would have known like after like 5 to 6 years, after all its adaptation and everything, right? Like I wouldn't be knowing. It's all because of this content. Because like since I am in this space, like I get a lot of exposure that in turn gives me a lot of confidence created because I'm like going out of the box, right? So in that case, it has helped me a lot. That in that case, the
Right,
content
right.
creation is like very helping me a lot.
And the most important thing, by the over of the period of time, you are getting more clear with your thoughts. The person who is not creating content,
Exactly.
and also you are going to be the one step ahead
Makes
with
sense.
that person
Exactly.
every
And-
day.
yeah. So true. And another thing is like it gives you a lot of opportunity. Because you see, content creation is basically, you are able to showcase your work, right? There are like few people who are like very good in their work, but they might not be creating content. They might think that, okay, like this is like enough for me. But there are like few people who create content that kind of showcases
I would
their
give
work,
one
right?
context actually. I would give you for this. I would give you one more context actually.
Mm-hmm.
Based on the content creation, there are billions of company build,
Exactly.
right?
So true.
So someone is creating content on YouTube and they are making money more than a ISPCS, more than any politicians, more than any celebrity.
Makes sense. And I know, I think in recent...
So
in-
that is the power of content.
Exactly, and even in recent time, we've looked at this headline, right? Is Mr. Beast is going to be the YouTube billionaire? We have seen the headlines, right? I don't know. Are you aware of this or like we've seen, right?
I'm not aware.
Actually, Mr. Beast, first of all, I think he's been offered some, I don't know exactly how many, I think $1 billion or something by a company. I don't know like which company exactly it is. They've offered him to get his channel. I mean, to buy his channel because there's a lot of attractions, right? They can run a lot of, advertisement, they can do a lot of stuff. But he refused it because he thinks that his YouTube channel is worth more than $1 billion. Which is why he's in the process of raising funds to run his YouTube channel. Then think like how much a long vision or like how powerful his channel is. And like recently, as I told, like there's been this headline stating that is Mr. Beast going to be the first YouTube billionaire ever.
Right. So that is the power, man. It is not only about YouTube. Most of the influencers were made when there was a TikTok.
Exactly. So true. So no
Most
matter
of
like
influencers boomed in the market who had no exposure and everything. They become
Exactly.
blue tick verified through TikTok and through Instagram. Just
Yeah.
creating content on that.
Exactly. I think Instagram literally helped people like I think 5 to 6 years back, like Instagram is like the thing everybody would go to, and people who have started creating content on Instagram like maybe 3, 4, like 5 years back, as you said, like it has given
Yes.
them a ton of opportunity and they have grown like anything exponentially.
Actually, I think what we are talking about, the power of content creation, that we cannot express in words.
True.
But and also we have not seen that power at that level, and I think nobody can see. I think very few people could have seen the power of content, and they are putting content and they are taking that advantage.
Makes sense.
Content is very big. If you want to be anything in life, I would say don't do anything in life. Don't go in college, schools. Don't do any degree. You don't know how to write, like sign your name, right? Write your name. Just create content on social media platforms. Everything will come to you. You will be the speaker at IIT
Exactly.
colleges.
So true. I mean, it's not only there are like few influencers or like we can see this vlogging people who does this food vlog, travel. Even those people are being invited to give a lecture. I mean, to give a talk in their college. It's like that much power it gives.
Right. Like Sandeep Maheswari, I think he's 12th pass.
Mm-hmm.
But now, wherever he will go, people will like surround him.
Exactly.
Salute him, touch his feet.
Yeah, exactly. And there's another guy also. I think finance with Sharon, right? Yeah, I
I heard
mean,
him.
yeah. So finance with Sharon. He recently he's been invited to give a talk in IIM. I think IIM Bangalore. I'm not sure which place. Like IIM. So actually, he's been rejected from that college. But the same guy who was giving a lot of finance content, I mean, he's doing really great. I love all his content, his finance content, and now he's been invited to give a talk in IIM. So that's the power.
So that power of content actually.
Exactly.
And he started creating content on firstly I think Instagram.
Exactly.
And there he got exposure, and then he switched to YouTube also.
And he started doing, I mean, like, I love his
Just thank the
creativity.
spot.
I love his creativity, the way he does the content. That's like totally different.
That is something.
So
yes, a lot of things we had.
exactly, Sachin. I mean,
Let's-
it was a great session. So as I
Yeah,
told you,
great.
very soon we'll have another great session, specifically, pushed towards Facebook ads. Like how can we get into it? And like as I told you, I'm eagerly waiting to work in your media, as I told you earlier.
Sure. I'm just I'm working on client acquisition actually
Yeah,
right now.
as you have told me, yes.
So this process is once I get my first. Actually, I have my own client like on my name,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah,
I'm
you've told
trying
me
to
that.
bring client into my agency
Mm-hmm.
so that I can hire people and work with them. I have
Exactly.
people who are working on my brand actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a social media manager who is working on my brand and managing that reputation and everything on social media platforms. I'm focused on Instagram and LinkedIn actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working on that. But and also I'm getting clients through reference and all get Instagram, like social media, like my personal branding is helping into that. But now I have had a person who is working like email outreach and everything.
Mhm.
So yes, there is something going on. But very soon we are going to have clients and we are going to work together.
Exactly. I'm eagerly can't wait to do that.
Yes.
So, anyways, it was a great session. Again, thank you so much for joining me and giving all your knowledge.
Yeah, thank you.
I think
It was
you
my
have
pleasure.
extracted as much. Yeah, I think you have extracted as much knowledge, and hopefully it will be valuable to the audience.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah,